Hi y'all, welcome to Grace and Grit Living. We're going to be making some beef jerky today, and I'd like for y'all to join me. It's going to be sweet and savory. I think it's good. My family thinks it's good. Other people that I've made it for think it's good. I've actually sold a lot at our local chicken auction on Friday nights, and I'd like for you to try it out and tell me what you think. I thank y'all for joining me. You know, God gives us grace in this world, and He gives us the grit to walk through this world and walk it out. So come walk with me and join us. I'm still new at this. I've got a lot to learn, but I've got a big heart. Would love to have some friends on here, and just come and join us. First thing we're going to do is cut up our meat. I caught a sale at Albertsons. This one pack was normally $20.68, and I got it for $13.73. This is 2.30 pounds, and it's normally $8.99 a pound. Yeah, I paid $13.73 for almost 2.5 pounds, and then this one is 2.60 pounds, and it's originally $23, and I paid $15.52 for it. So I caught a really good deal on that. Okay, on the beef jerky, you need to decide whether or not you like it long and stringy, to where it just kind of strings, or if you like it to where it just breaks right in half. If you like it to where it breaks right in half, you're going to go against the grain. If you want it long and stringy, you're going to go with the grain. And I think I'm going to make some of both. What do you think? You think you like it to where it's stringy?
Yeah.
Or where you just break it in half?
I like it stringy.
All right, then we'll go with the grain then. If you go with the grain, then it's going to be your long stringy pieces.
Yeah.
All right, and this is bottom round roast. You want to cut as much fat off as you can. I'm going to trim any excess fat, which there's not a whole lot of fat on this. It's just a little bit on the back side. I'm going to trim it off. And go from there. Yeah, I hate wasting meat, but we'll give this fat to the puppy dogs. We're just going to put it in a dehydrator after it's going to soak over 24 hours though. We're going to put this in the marinade when it gets cut up, and then we will dehydrate it tomorrow. Okay, you know what's bad? Is I cannot remember which direction this thing goes. I can't remember which way my meat comes out. We're fixing to try it out and see. Alright, we are going with the grain. The grain is going this way, so we will cut it this way with it. And I've got it set on a 2. I'm going to try that out and see where we're at on that. Alright, it's going to come out the back side. So let me try one more piece. I think a 2 is going to be perfect. I think I'm going to cut this in half to make kind of shorter pieces. Okay, with the grain. And if you freeze your meat, it cuts a lot easier. Mine needs to be a little bit more frozen, I think. And that's gonna make perfect width. So I'm gonna finish cutting this up and I'll get back with you. I have got it all cut up now. I'm just taking it in like the pieces. Get a little closer. That have fat on them, I'm just going to take and trim that off. But you can see about how thin it is. And I'm probably going to take and cut this in half, make some skinnier strips. And then I'll leave some wide. Puppy dogs will be happy. And it looks like it's going to take two bags to marinate this. I may go ahead and use all my marinade, and then what's left over, marinate some steaks. Also got some pieces like this, which to me that's a perfect size. We are going to make the marinade for our beef jerky, and this is my recipe, Jules. So I hope you like it. This is enough marinade for 10 pounds of beef jerky. I'm only making 5 today, so what I'll do is I'll mix it all up, and then I will freeze half of it, and I'll have it for later. We're going to start with our wet ingredients. And you need 2.5 cups of LaChoy soy sauce, which is actually 2 bottles. And LaChoy soy sauce is very important. This is, I believe it's 10 ounces. Yes, 10 ounces. We need 2 of these. And I realize this looks like a lot. But like I said, I'm going to put half of it up. We'll freeze half of it for another 5 pounds at a later date. This is also good to marinate steak in. So that's 2 10-ounce bottles of LaChoy soy sauce. And you can cut this recipe in half if you want to. Next, we're going to need half a cup of apple cider vinegar. I poured 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar in here. Sorry, I had to pause my video and I got off. And next I need 1 cup of pineapple juice. I don't have any pineapple, so what I'm going to do is, I don't have any pineapple juice, is I'm going to put some pineapple in this blender or chopper, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to make some. It's got a little bit of juice, but I think this will be good too, because I want a sweet and savory type of beef jerky. So we're going to put it in here, and I guarantee you we will get some. This thing's pretty neat. And some extra, so this is fresh pineapple. So 1 cup of pineapple juice, or you can puree a pineapple like I just did and put that in there. It's going to give you the same flavor. Then I need 1/4 cup of olive oil, or you can use vegetable oil if you like. I'm going to use some olive oil. I need 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. I've just got a cheap brand today, but it will work. There's 1, 2, 3. Next, I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of liquid smoke. I have hickory and mesquite. I'm going to use some mesquite today. Make sure I get it shook up good. This is going to be a sweet and savory beef jerky. Next, I need 1 tablespoon of honey. An overflowing tablespoon of honey. Make sure I get all that out of there. I'll need that washed out. Then I need 3/4 cup of KC Masterpiece Original Barbecue Sauce. 3/4 cup. Right there. And I realize a lot of you may not want to make this much marinade, so you just cut it in half. If you cut this in half, it'll make 5 pounds. All this mixed together is for like 10 pounds of meat. I've got 5 pounds of meat today. Next, we're going to put, we need some chopped onion and minced garlic. So I'm going to get this. Can you hand me one of those big knives so I can use it to cut this or smash it? There you go. I've got 3 big cloves of garlic, or you can use 2.5 tablespoons of the garlic and 3/4 cup of onions. I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to mix it up in there. What's the word for it? It's not mix. Puree. I just want that flavor. And that'll make about 2.5 tablespoons with these 3 big pieces. If I can get it off there. And then I'd say 1 medium onion. Grandson got in my knives again. Poor Hunter, he gets the blame for it every time I get a dull knife. And this is one tough onion, let me tell you. One very tough onion. What the heck? Oh, I didn't have it cut all the way. That or I'm getting really weak. fixing to be 56, and I feel like I'm 80 about half the time. And I'm just gonna cut this up before I put it in that blender. Here we go. Get all this out of the way. Makes quick work of that. And it don't have to all be chopped up. I just want it more or less chopped up pretty good, because it's just gonna sit there and help give it some extra flavor. You can't go wrong with onions and garlic. Just can't go wrong. I realize this probably seems like a lot, but trust me, it is so good. And with that pineapple in there and the KC Masterpiece, yum. All right. Next, I need 1.5 cups of packed brown sugar. Just use this 1/2 cup measuring cup. I can scoop it out of there real good, and I'm gonna kind of pack it in there. There's 1/2. There's 1 cup. And 1.5 cups. I need 1.5 teaspoons of Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning. You got your sweet and you got your savory. There's 1. One half. 3 teaspoons of onion powder. 1. Oh, that's 1/2 teaspoon. So there's 1 teaspoon. Where's the teaspoon at? There we go. There's 1, 2, 3. That's onion powder. And then I'm going to need 3 teaspoons of garlic powder. 1, 2, 3. I need 3 teaspoons. I'm sorry, I need 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika. There's 1, 2. I need 2 teaspoons of red pepper flakes, and you can put as much or as little as you want. I'm putting 2. That's what I usually do. I need I need 5 teaspoons of black pepper, and I've got the coarse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that's a lot of black pepper, but and I need, where's my red pepper? I need since I've already got so much black pepper and red pepper flakes, I'm using half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And that is it. That is our marinade. I'm gonna whisk it up. And then we will get our meat in it. You got all these chunks of onion and garlic and pineapple. And then you've got your dry ingredients and your wet ingredients. But trust me, this is so good. Everybody that's ate my beef jerky absolutely loves it and wants me to make them some. So I've got 2 bags of beef jerky cut up. Again, this is right at 5 pounds. And I'm going to pour half the marinade in one bag and half in the other. And then I'm probably gonna marinate some steak. Okay. I had 2 of these little handy dandy things that hold your bags up. This is one of the best ideas. I just love this. That keeps your bag from falling. So let me go ahead and give this one more stir, which it's all combined good. See if I can do this without spilling it everywhere. There's one. Oh, I just pulled that right out of there. And you can see it's very well coated. Now the other one. And I'm still gonna have some leftover marinade, so that will be good.
That'll be good on steaks.
Yes, be very good on steaks. Steaks or pork chops.
We got both.
Yep, so that'll work. So this marinade makes a lot, but like I said, you can freeze half of it if you want. I like mine very well coated, so I'm just gonna mix it up real good. I'm gonna set these in the refrigerator, and I will see y'all in 24 hours. Good morning, YouTube. This is the second day. Our beef jerky actually marinated over 24 hours. And today's the day we dehydrate it. So I'm going to show you what you do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to drain off all the marinade. I'm going to put it in the strainer. We want to get as much of the moisture out of this as possible before we put it in the dehydrator. So we're going to let it drain, and after it drains, we're going to put it on the paper towel and kind of blot it dry. The next thing we're going to do after we put it in the strainer is lay it all out flat on a bunch of paper towel. And this is probably the most time consuming part, is laying all this out and drying it and then putting it in the dehydrator. I'm gonna put a few pieces out and show you what I do. And then we'll wait to the next step. Okay, after you get it spread out, you just want to get quite a bit of paper towel, and you're going to put it over it and just kind of blot it. You want to try to get as much of the moisture out as you can. You know, damp hair dries quicker than soaked hair, so pretty much same way with the beef jerky. And then it's ready to go in the dehydrator. I've just got one of these Nesco dehydrators, one of the old round ones. It's got one temperature and that's on, but it's okay because it works. And then you're just gonna place your beef jerky on the dehydrator. And you want to make sure and leave a little bit of space in between so it can get air in there. And you just keep on doing this. And you put it in the dehydrator. It can take anywhere from 2 to 12 hours in a dehydrator. And I will show you how to know when it's done when we get to that step. All right, y'all, our beef jerky is done, and I'm going to show you what you look for in beef jerky. I had to dry it in 2 batches. The first batch, I got busy. I was having a garage sale, and I accidentally left it a little longer than what it should have been. It went about 7 hours, and it's good, but it's more dry than the one that I made for 6 hours, so I'm going to show you the difference. All right, on the right, I'll show it to you. It looks the same. On the right side, let's find a average piece. On the right side, when you go to bend it, hear the crunch? It's good, but it's kind of dry, it splits. And then let me find a similar piece over here. On the one I left 6 hours, well, I just dropped it. I guess the kitty cats can have it. I'm gonna find a similar piece, maybe. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. See how it bends, but it doesn't, you don't hear the cracking. It's more moist. Now, if you like a drier beef jerky, you can go ahead and leave it to 7 hours. Well, I say 7 hours. Everybody's dehydrators or however they do it is going to be different. But you know it's done when, you can bend it and either it cracks and stays broken like that, which is a little dry, or when it bends but doesn't break. One other thing I was going to tell y'all is how I how I store it. I store mine in mason jars, and I put, if I'm going to keep it for very long, which my daughters already took one, my youngest daughter Ashley, for her and her husband and the kids, they love it. My grandson took another. So, but if you're going to store it, you can put oxygen absorbers in it. And probably a 300cc to 500cc oxygen absorber would be plenty to keep this dry. My grandson Jaden's going to taste my beef jerky and tell me what you honestly think about it.
It's really good.
All right. Thank you for joining us on Grace and Grit Living. It's been a pleasure having you. Come back and see us and watch our next video. I think we're going to be making some zucchini bread.